Hello, welcome to another episode of Nkechi Cares. My name is Nkechi Ogbo, and today's topic is on tips for reading a nutrition facts label. Forgive me, guys, but I think today's presentation would not be complete without me presenting some facts to you. You can say it's probably my science background, but did you know that every year here in the United States, chronic diseases account for 70%? That is 7 out of all 10 deaths in the United States. And poor diet plays a major role as to why people get chronic illnesses like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and high cholesterol, and a host of others. So when we make a conscious choice to eating healthier foods and drinking healthier beverages, we are reducing our risk of these chronic illnesses. There are some important terms that I think we should familiarize ourselves with in order to effectively read and understand a nutrition facts label. And the first is serving size, which simply put is the quantity of how much people typically eat. Now, please take note that it is not a recommendation of how much you should eat, but it just serves as a guide for you and your family based on your dietary needs. The serving size will help you determine if you should consume whatever is written on the package or whether you should consume more or less. Servings per container, as the name implies, is just the number of portions in the package or in the container. Calories is a measurement of how much energy a serving size of food provides. Another terminology to familiarize ourselves with is called the percent daily value. And usually you see it as percent DV on your food packet or food package. And it's just a percent nutrient in a serving of food that contributes to a total daily diet. Now, let's say the percent DV is 5 or less. You know that particular food that based on the serving size has a low nutrient value, and if it has a value of 20% or more, then you know it has a high nutrient value when it comes to that particular nutrient it's talking about. For example, let's say based on the serving size you're choosing to eat, or the serving size the package is telling you about, vitamin D is 1 microgram, and we know the daily requirement is 20 micrograms, then you know that for that serving size regarding vitamin D, the percent daily value or DV is 5%, and then and that tells you that it regarding vitamin D, it has a low nutrient value. Now, this last terminology is one of my pet peeves in when I grocery shop and I look at this content pretty anally, just to make sure I'm not exceeding my limit, and that for me determines whether I'm going to buy that food or not. And that is added sugars, and this is just basically defined as sugars added during processing of foods packaged as sweeteners, or sugars from syrups like corn syrup, from honey, and those from concentrated fruits or vegetables. Please note that added sugar is not taking into consideration the sugar naturally occurring in that food. It's, as its name implied, the extra that was added during processing. This next chart here is a list of recommended daily limits per the FDA, and it's the most recent update as at sometime in May of 2020. Please do know that this should serve as a reference and as a guideline for you. It's not usually a one size fit all. Now, for example, per the FDA, the recommended daily value for added sugars is 50 grams, but according to the American Heart Association, they are recommending 36 grams, which is about 90 spoons for males, and 25 grams for females. So please do keep note of these variations and adjust it according to your dietary needs. So hopefully this slide will not be as overwhelming because of the terminologies we've learned about, and also the recommended daily limits prior to coming to this particular slide. So now this slide, or this nutrition facts label, our nutrition facts label here in the US, according to the FDA, is based on a 2,000 calorie per day diet. Now, if you have a younger child, like someone in the 5, 6 years and stuff, they probably are needing less, and probably a male person is needing, a male adult is needing a bit higher. The number one here tells you that it's your serving size, which is 2/3 of a cup. The 8 servings per container is telling you how many portions are in this container based on the serving size. It's giving you. Your calories is of course telling you the amount of energy that this serving size is going to bring about. Your percent daily value, of course, is a percent of your daily percent of a daily requirements you get from this particular serving. Your saturated fat, of course, is number 5. Your trans fat is number 7. That is a no. No, you always want it to be to read 0. Your cholesterol is 0. Your max there, as we saw in the previous slide, is 300 milligrams. Your sodium, we know we can look at what our limit is on that. Your carbohydrate is there. Your dietary fiber is there. As a note, your net carbohydrate in this serving size is actually 33 grams, taken from 37 of the total carbohydrate minus your dietary fiber. That gives you what your net carbs is. You can see the total sugar here is 12 grams, but your added sugar, number 3 arrow there, is 10 grams. That is telling you that out of the 12 grams, 2 grams is naturally occurring already in the product, but the 10 grams is what was added. And of note also, 4 grams of sugar is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. So you can also say that there are 2.5 teaspoons of sugar that was added in the serving size container. Please note that number 3, number 5, number 6, number 7, you want to limit your intake on this. Now, regarding your vitamin D, your calcium, your iron, and your potassium, you want to get enough of these. They are called our micronutrients. You want to get enough of these. Our take-home points for today's topic on reading and understanding a nutrition facts label are: use the label to support you and your family's dietary needs. Let it serve as a guide, please. Most times it's not a one-size-fits-all, so please do use it according to your family's needs. Choose foods that are high in dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium, and reduce or lower the kinds of foods you consume that are high in saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars, as this increase our risk for getting chronic illnesses or diseases. Our action item includes for us to start paying attention to our serving size on the label, added sugars, saturated fat, and sodium. Friends, I leave you with this quote that says, "We are no better than one who doesn't know if we are given information but do not apply it." On that note, this has been Nkechi Cares, and I really hope that you've learned a lot from today's topic on reading and understanding what a nutrition facts label is all about. Please go ahead and share it with your friends and with as many people as you think would benefit from it. Till next time, love you, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and have a great one. Bye.